Hello everyone, GrimmChorizo here, and this is Wrestling Roundup, the show where I give you this week's wrestling news, rumors, and recap, so let's get started. This week on Raw, Roman Reigns challenged Rusev to a Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell for the United States title, which Rusev has accepted. Brian Kendrick defeated TJ Perkins in a non-title match. Braun Strowman squashed the jobber and then demanded more competition. The New Day defeated Jericho and Owens with a little help from Seth Rollins. And in the main event of Raw, Sasha Banks defeated Charlotte to become the new women's champion. So the women actually got the main event Raw, they put on a hell of a match, and we have a new women's champion. Over on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt was locked in a storage pod by Randy Orton, but by the end of the episode, Bray had managed to escape. Ooh. The Miz presented what he called a Dolphumentary, basically showing all of the career failures and shit that Ziggler had to go through during his career. He brought out the Spirit Squad members Kenny and Mikey, and they attacked Ziggler, but Ziggler ended up super kicking them both. Jack Swagger had a match with Baron Corbin. Swagger was ruled the victor, but Corbin wasn't really tapping, he was reaching for the ropes, and yeah, controversy. In the main event segment of SmackDown, John Cena, AJ Styles, and Dean Ambrose were in the rings. AJ and Ambrose cut great promos, and then John Cena just said fuck it and started throwing punches. And Ambrose stood tall at the end of the show. So, who wins this week? It was actually tough. SmackDown, as always, just had a solid show, but none of the matches were really that great, but you had an amazing promo thing with Ziggler and Miz. You had an amazing promo thing with Cena, AJ, and Styles. I liked the stuff they did with Orton and Bray, although it was kind of cheesy. And, the stuff in between was fine. And then Raw is a longer show, so it had some crap I didn't care about, but it also did have a lot of things I liked. You had Sasha and Charlotte getting the main event of Raw, a title change. You had Braun Strowman actually furthering a storyline by wanting real competition and seemingly going to face people who aren't jobbers. You had Seth Rollins progress his face turn and work with the New Day to get some revenge on Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. They also did a return vignette for Emma, who's now going to be known as Emmalina, basically like some bikini model, which I kind of hate because they already had an awesome gimmick for Emma going on. But who wins this week? I'm actually going to give it to Raw. And it's not just because there's a title change. I know Raw has only won a few times while I've been doing this, and it seems every time there's been some big title change. That's not the only reason. It's just it feels like there's a little bit more storyline driven on Raw and a little bit more logic going into things. And SmackDown was amazing this week. It's just I feel like Raw had a little better. It progressed some stories more, and it had better matches. So this week I'm going to give it to Raw. On NXT, they started the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. The Authors of Pain defeated the Bollywood Boys to advance in the tournament, and the Revival defeated Cedric Alexander and Cien Almas to advance. After that match, Cien Almas turned heel by attacking Cedric Alexander. SmackDown's No Mercy pay-per-view is this Sunday. 2 matches have been added, including Nikki Bella vs. Carmella and Jack Swagger vs. Baron Corbin. Rumor has it that Brock Lesnar and Goldberg could be having a match at Survivor Series this year. And rumor has it that WWE may have bought TNA's video library, which I could see it. They've got a lot of former TNA talent in their roster. They're going to want the video library. I don't know if it's true that they actually did it yet, but who knows. So thanks for watching this week's episode of Wrestling Roundup. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks for watching. See you later.